cardboard boxes and bits of bubble wrap amidst brand new IKEA furniture. Whether the boxes are being unpacked or packed is unclear. Lights up on Dasha Prime standing upstage, looking directly at the audience. As the play progresses, Dasha Prime will move forward so she is downstage by the end. Dasha Two and Rosie Two make out on the couch. Dasha Two pulls away.
Okay, we actually have to watch this movie now.
Do we really?
Hey, you're not the one that paid for it. This is an investment in our relationship.
$5 whole? Wow, what a substantial monetary investment. I can feel my love for you blossom in my chest already.
You love me?
Enter Rosie One and Dasha One from opposite sides of the stage. They stand at an uncomfortable distance from one another.
I think this needs to end, Dasha.
What do you mean?
What do you know about time as a concept? Think about it. It seems simple, right? Time, not the thinking about time, although I guess that seems simple too. Time is this weird-ass abstract thing that means like everything and nothing at all, or at least that's what it feels like, because too many people have an opinion on what time is, and this is a free country or whatever, so I guess that's allowed. But I'm here to set the record straight. Time does not flow.
Like, we're done.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
Shut up, you know what I mean.
I think someone has something they'd like to admit to me. Come on, say it again, Rosie. I liked it.
How about no?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you heard me, so that's enough.
We perceive it to flow, sure. We describe it like frames of a video, but the thing is, the flow of time is only invoked when we try to describe why something happened. It's a logic thing. If we think of time as flowing, then our ideas of causality make sense to us. So-and-so happened at this point in time, then time flowed, then later this other thing happened as a result. Time needs to be linear for our sense of reality to work the way it does. Well, guess what? It's wrong. We're all wrong. Fools, all of you, all of us.
You're being so silly. Here, I love you. Now, you respond.
I know.
Do you love me too?
Of course I do.
So what's the problem?
Did I do something wrong? Is it because I didn't finish packing the silverware? You know how stressed out I've been about that pitch.
It's not. It's just the way it has to be.
See, if time were really linear, then everybody would be on the same line, and then relativity wouldn't work. But that's Einstein. Einstein is never wrong about this, about relativity. We know relativity is a thing, which means that we can't all be existing on the same line of time. In fact, get ready for this. Time is entirely subjective.
You don't have to be so vague about everything. What do you mean?
Okay, fine. I love you too, Dasha.
Dasha Two kisses Rosie Two. They snuggle tighter.
Yay! See, that wasn't so hard, right?
Actually, it was the most treacherous thing I've ever had to do. I barely made it out alive.
Hardy har. For real though, it wasn't that bad, right?
I just think you put too much weight in words.
I mean, that you need to go away.
Like, move out? For how long?
Long. I don't know. Leave.
What do you mean?
If you say the same thing too many times, and over time it starts to lose its meaning.
We can't prove for a fact that everybody experiences time in the same way, similar to how we can't prove that everyone else sees color in the same way. We can't prove that your now is the same as my now, because everyone's now just feels like now. The only way we could create a universal time is if we exited the universe, and then from outside started a clock that applied to everything and everyone. But we can't do that. And we know that people experience time differently in different situations because relativity says that people moving at a fast speed experience time slower than those not moving through space.
Not until you answer my question. What do you mean?
Isn't that putting more weight into words though?
I guess. I don't know. I just think it's not that important to state the obvious all the time. It's not like this is our first time saying it.
I know you heard what I said. I won't waste my time stating the obvious.
I heard the words you said, but I don't know what they're supposed to mean. If anything, you're wasting your time by refusing to waste your time.
Time is, according to quantum physics, more like its own dimension. You can think of it as a graph where one axis is time and one axis is space. This is called space-time. All one word, not like space time with a get, you get it, sorry. So now we have this square thing, right? Except it's not totally accurate because we live in a three-dimensional world. So actually we have a cube, and this cube represents time in a snapshot's time's worth of space. Except we don't have one time, that would be silly. What even is one time? Like, what unit is that?
I think you're pretending not to understand, so I give up trying to communicate. Every time I ask for space, every time I open up, every time I needed to wait for me. I needed you to wait for me, you didn't.
So I did do something wrong.
No, you didn't.
You really don't see how contradictory that is? How that might be confusing? I just want to understand you. Please, baby.
It's just a nice thing to say when it's how you feel. It's like a reassurance that you'll always be there for me.
Are you saying you don't trust me?
No, of course not. I'm just insecure sometimes. Sometimes I just need a little help.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm working on it, I swear. I know it's entirely a me problem and you've done nothing wrong. I just can't quite shake it yet, you know?
Just repeat what you said at the start. I need to be sure of what you said.
Okay, so we have one cube of space-time by one time. there's many cubes because there's more than one thingy of time, and they're just back to back. So there's infinitely many of them because it's a continuum. You ever heard of the space-time continuum? Oh, of course you have. That's what it is. So now you might be thinking, wait, isn't that still like a film with an infinitely high frame rate? Doesn't that just mean time flows? No, because time doesn't take up space. So basically, all these cubes are on top of each other, which means that every moment is happening at the same time. Or I guess more like the same space. We don't see it, but everything that has ever happened and will ever happen already exists. Actually, wait, that's wrong, because the actual future doesn't exist yet. What we do have, though, is every future possibility. What we perceive to be the flow of time is just the actualization of a single snapshot out of all possible snapshots.
What if I don't?
Well, baby, don't feel that way. We've been together for, 2 years? I'm not going anywhere.
Then I don't know what you expect me to do.
You can say it yourself. That's what you can do.
I won't.
Why not?
Because I don't want the thing that I think you mean to be brought into existence if it isn't the message you're trying to tell me, because saying it out loud would mean admitting that I'm still insecure, which I swear I'm mostly not anymore because I've been working on it in therapy for the past 2 years and it's going great.
Thanks, Cupcake. I love you. Shoot, sorry.
It's okay, you can say as much as you want.
Well, guess what? The thing you think it is the thing I'm trying to say. It's the truth.
Okay, so back to time as a dimension. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that space is on the x-axis on a two-dimensional graph and time is the y-axis. Instead of time flowing like we thought, we are actually in constant motion along the axis of time. Time is not moving, but we are. It's like the quantum equivalent of realizing that the Earth is in the center of the universe, except that we as beings occupying space-time aren't the center of time. Every time we move through space, regardless of the direction, we're moving to the right. The faster you move through space, the less time you experience, because the slope of the line decreases. And that's how we have relativity. Two people moving different amounts on the space axis would experience time differently depending on how fast they move. It's fascinating stuff, isn't it? But it gets better.
No. It's not real until you tell me, point blank, exactly what you mean.
Don't you trust me?
No, I want to be better. No more being insecure for no reason. You shouldn't have to do a bunch of emotional labor when it's not your fault.
It feels like you're not saying it because you don't want it to be true either. So in that sense, yeah, I don't trust you. But I would trust your words if you said them.
You don't get to pick which of my words are trustworthy.
I really appreciate that, baby. You're the best.
Rosie Two and Dasha Two kiss, then return to watching their movie. Dasha Two periodically steals glances at Rosie Two.
Fine, then. I will accept and trust wholeheartedly what you say starting now, clean slate, so we're both on the same page. Can you do that?
A prolonged silence as we wait for Rosie One's response. Every snapshot of silence commands unwavering attention.
If you look at it this way, we're constantly time traveling. Forward in time, that is, because that's just how time works. And let's be honest, time traveling forward isn't that interesting anymore because that's just the way of the world. You might ask, well, what about skipping forward into time? That would still be interesting. And you're right, it would be interesting. Except it's only really possible by going near a black hole because the gravity bends space-time and makes time pass slower the closer you get to it. Then when you get back to Earth, you're really far into the future because, say it with me, relativity! It's kind of cool, sure, but who cares about the future anyways? Why dwell on the non-existent when there's a perfectly existent, dwell-worthy thing waiting for us? The past.
I love you.
Are you sure
I'm not sure of what.
that you love me? They don't secretly hate me for reasons you aren't telling me because I'm making it hard for you to feel comfortable doing so?
Why'd you say that?
You're really asking?
If we wanted to stop moving forward through time, we'd have to make the slope of the line 0. The reason moving faster through space makes us move slower through time because we are always moving through space-time at the same speed. A bunch of physicists say that we move through time at the speed of light, but that's apparently a metaphor for the complicated way it actually works. This means that in order to go 0 on the time axis, we have to move at the speed of light on the space axis. That also means that traveling to the past requires going faster than the speed of light because you need negative time to keep the speed of space-time travel to the speed of light.
Yes.
I'm sure, honey. There's something going on, I'll tell you.
Because you need to hear it. reassurance.
Not speaking nonsense.
What sucks right now is that we as people can't travel into the past because we don't have the infinite energy it would take to travel at the speed of light or faster. However, there are these superluminal particles called tachyons that are capable of doing this. They get faster as they lose energy, which seems counterintuitive, but that's just the way of the world, baby! Maybe one day we can find a way to use these particles to build time machines. Maybe one day we'll sit in a box made of tachyons that moves faster than the speed of light, while the inside is completely still like an airplane. We're not there yet, but we know it's physically possible, which means we'll get there. Someday.
You're one to talk. Since when is my love nonsense?
Since you said that. Since a while now.
Promise?
How long a while?
While?
You're being vague again.
Promise.
It's only vague if you don't know what it means.
Except we won't. Because guess what? Tachyons don't actually exist. It's just a thing in theoretical physics, which is just fake physics. It sounds mean, but the concept of tachyons literally comes from a sci-fi short story by James Blish called Beep. It's called fucking Beep. I did all this research and physicists apparently did all this thinking and graphing and theorizing only for it to not be real.
But I don't. I don't know what any of this means. Why won't you just tell me what's going on?
Promise?
Because you already know.
We're going in circles. I swear to you, I don't.
A long pause. She takes a step forward.
I love you.
It seems silly to be appalled by this realization. Of course time travel isn't real. But the thing is, when you spend so long on learning the way you think about the world to learn how the world is supposed to be, you start to believe that there's more possible than you thought. That maybe if you think hard enough, you can realize a simple truth about this world that was so obvious that in 35 years you look back at this time that we live in and think, isn't it so silly that it took them so long to realize they could fucking time travel?
It has to stop.
A keen audience member might notice Rosie One's subtle shuffle forward. It's so minute that she doesn't even notice she's doing it. Dasha One steps closer.
I love you so much.
You're doing a great job of being less insecure, you know that?
It makes you hopeful that maybe you're just looking at the world the wrong way. That maybe the rest of the world is perfect as it is, and that your perspective is the impurity that needs to be smoothed out. You are one self-aware person. Changing yourself is easy. Changing the world is hard.
Stop.
Right, sorry.
Dasha One closes the gap between them.
I love
Her hand brushes Rosie's cheek. She doesn't reciprocate, but she doesn't move away either. She kisses her. She kisses back. Something about this moment of passion exudes a deep sorrow. They pull apart.
I'm trying to understand quantum physics. I don't yet, not fully. But no amount of understanding quantum physics can make tachyons real. They just aren't. There's no point in hoping they'll be discovered. I might as well believe in God.
It's okay.
She gives a peck on the cheek.
I'll be right back after you.
Rosie Two gets up from the couch and leaves the stage. Dasha Two watches, uncertain.
Please, tell me what you mean.
Words aren't coming to me.
Catch them. For me.
I can't catch them.
You can't. They're not my words. I need you to be clear with me. Say what you mean. What do you want from me?
Rosie One runs off stage, leaving Dasha One with herself.
If tachyons aren't real, what else is real? What else is fake physics? What else flows or doesn't flow?
Dasha One and Dasha Two face the audience.
What else is obvious? What else is just insecurity?
What else is vague? What else is meaning?
What else is waiting to change? What else has changed? What else?